What is up, everyone? It is John, and I'm back with another Director's Cut. And this one's a spooky video. This is the second time I ever went to the Doll Mansion. And as you see, I'm here with James and Tim. And this was a fun time in my YouTube endeavor. This is when I first met James and Tim. This is actually the first night that we all met, and I met up with them, and we rode all the way to Virginia to go film this mansion, and it was a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun, and I didn't expect things to go the way they did. I love that old flame ball intro I used to have. But anywho, as you see, we're looking around. I'd been here once before. I actually did a director's cut this fairly recently, maybe a month ago, where it was my first visit to this place. It was during the day with me and Ray and a friend of ours that showed it to us. But I brought these boys up late one night, and it definitely has a different feel of the nighttime, a much different feel. You'll see in the video. If you've been around this channel long enough, you remember this video. You remember what happened. The dolls, these weird, creepy dolls that were actually American Girl dolls, but they seem to do their own thing. So it coined this place the Doll Mansion, and that's the way we still refer to it, as the Doll Mansion. It has all these creepy dolls in it. I love that staircase. I mean, it's always hard for me to walk up that staircase because I don't trust its integrity, its structural integrity, but it hasn't collapsed yet. This house we're in was built in pre-Civil War, mid 1800s, 1850 something, somewhere in that time frame. But so fascinated with this place. And if you haven't seen this video, the original, I will link it down below. So if you guys want to go watch it, you can go check out the original video. And I recommend, if you hadn't seen it, to watch it first and then come back and watch the director's cut. But yeah, the basement of this place was eerie, and there's a light fixture there that's really cool. It's like an old ship wheel, or a wagon wheel, rather. Not ship's steering wheel. An old wagon wheel. But look at this old yearbook. I can't remember. I want to say this was from the 50s, maybe? Really neat. I mean, just seeing something like that. And vestige. I'm not sure where it come from. Probably somewhere nearby. But yeah, this place offers up a lot of excitement. But back to what I was saying earlier, me and Tim and James, this was the first night we'd ever met, and rode like 2 hours to this place. They were complaining the whole time. Man, this is a long way. I didn't expect it to be so far. I'm like, trust me, guys, it's gonna be worth it. Because not only did we film the Doll Mansion here, we filmed Sensabaugh Tunnel, we filmed Click Tunnel, we filmed... There's something else we filmed too that night. I can't remember what it was. But we spent like the next month just filming every night. Tim and I worked full-time jobs at the time, separate than YouTube. And it was a challenge, to say the least, for us to be out filming all night, have to get up early and go to work the next morning. It took a lot out of me. It really did. Now that YouTube is my main gig, it's not as bad. But, I do miss these long nights of us just running around, trying to find something to film. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. It was stressful to do, but it was a lot of fun as well. Definitely no regrets for me. But But it was something. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know if I was going to take them somewhere legit or not. James had just come off a huge road trip with Omar, and the last half of their road trip was just full of busts. Places didn't work out. They couldn't get in certain places. They got caught. Whatever the situation was, there was a lot of busts with their trip, and James was a little apprehensive of like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if it's worth driving 2.5 hours. I'm like, just rest assured, man, I wouldn't go this far on an unsure thing. It's just owned by the city at that point. I don't know who owns it now or if anybody does, but I know it's really sad because this place has fallen into such disrepair now. At the point in time when we were here in this video and before, I would be willing to say this place was very salvageable. Someone could move in here, spend a little bit of money, of course, but get this place back in a good living condition. But now, since I've been there, I don't see it. I think it's getting to the point where it's too far gone. The roof of the porch has collapsed now. That window here that you see has been shattered, and spray paint's all over the walls. It's moldy. It's just not good. It's really going downhill at this point, and I think it's beyond the point of return. So here, I can't remember. I think somebody was upstairs and I was talking to them. But I know at one point we go upstairs and a little stuffed animal was just like in the middle of a doorway. And this might be when James was yelling for me to come up because he saw this just sitting there. And it wasn't there prior. Like, he went through once and it wasn't there. He come back and there it is. A little stuffed animal just sitting in the doorway. Don't know how it got there, where really it come from. So I don't know. Paranormal. James isn't the best vision, so James doesn't have the best vision. I'll use proper speak. So I don't know. But the doll situation later really, really unnerved me, because the thing was, we all three were downstairs, and when this happened, we come up. I was the first one to come up. And I know I didn't do anything. I didn't mess with it. The doll was all of a sudden sitting in the doorway, which you'll see coming up. And the thing is, like, you would hear someone walking on the floor. I don't care how big they are or small. So I don't have an answer. I don't know how it got there. I don't know what put it there, who put it there. I don't think it could have fallen off the mantle and go all the way across the room and set up perfectly on the floor like it did. I hope I stick my camera up in that hole. I think I do. Maybe not. Wow. I really want to know what's in the attic of that place. But anyways, I digress. Really unique place. So much history in this house. It was owned by a governor of Virginia at one point, and many other people since then. Here in the upper bedroom, you see there's some toys. There was a robot in here the first time I went. A really cool, like, 80s, maybe 90s robot. And it was gone at this point. Somebody had taken it. Somewhere after when we were here, someone's robbed some of the wiring out of the wall for scrap. I think, if I'm not mistaken, older wire that would have been in here is not even copper. Well, I say it's, an electrician can tell me the original old wires weren't copper. At some point they used like aluminum or some sort of other base metal for electrical wiring. But now it's primarily copper, because it's one of the best conductors of electricity. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying. I'll say, see, now the bear's setting up. Now, I'm pretty sure probably one of them boys done that as a prank. but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the deal with the bear. We came through and it was just kind of laying, and we're looking around, and we come back, it's setting up. And I'm explaining, what's going on there. But yeah, I mean, sorry guys, I got over 22 minutes of talking, so it's I'm gonna be rambling a lot during this, but I enjoy making these. So, me, Tim, and James is talking about this. We're freaking out a little bit, and just wondering how it got to where it was at. James is one of those people, he has, everybody, if you know him and you follow his channel, he has very poor vision. And sometimes, man, he'll scare you. I know one adventure we went on, and I will do a director's cut of it at some point, is an abandoned zinc mine, or lead mine is what it was. And I grew up near this mine. I played in it my whole life. And I take James and Tim there at night. We go pretty deep into this mine, and we're exploring, and James falls inside the mine shaft, and oh my gosh, I thought he was dead. But he wound up being fine. He just slid down an embankment, but it was scary, to say the least. We did some things then I probably would never do now, like crawling up a chute in a mine. Like, we crawled up this muddy chute. It was just a hole that went up. It was really thick clay. I wound up taking my clothes off and leaving them there. Like, that's how muddy I got. And I knew he was going to do it. Like, we talked about doing it before we went. It was the second time we went to the mine. And we talked about it. We were going to do it. And we did. And it wasn't worth it. It was a little open area there. There wasn't much to it. And we just got extremely muddy for pretty much nothing. But see, I wouldn't do that now. There's no way. I would not climb up in a chute I don't know what is in a cave or a mine. I don't know. You see where people get stuck and they die in places like that. And I was the last one to go up the chute, which I should have been first because I was the bigger of the three. Because if I would have got stuck, they could have went for help. But they both went up first, and then I followed. So you imagine if I would have got halfway up and got stuck, no one could get me out. Like, they're stuck in the hole, and there's no cell signal. Like, we all would have died in that cave. And that's rough, man. You just imagine what would happen during all that. Like, we'd turn against each other. I mean, it would be not a good situation. Oh, good, I did stick my camera up in the attic. Oh man, that. You just can't see a whole lot right there. Wow. Oh, there's another. Okay, there's a drop ceiling. That's what it is. So they made a drop ceiling below the regular ceiling. You couldn't see much into the attic. But anyways, guys, yeah. So that's the whole mine thing, and I'll do a director's cut, and we'll talk about it more in the future. But there we are, opening the closet door. Seeing what's in there. Look at those old curtains, man. Those are old. And I can't remember how would we go in the basement. See, we still got the whole doll situation. So this is the stairwell to nowhere, which eventually later on I figured out in a video where me and Tim went back here. And we figured out that, they sealed it off. It must have been where the staircase the servants would use to take food to the dining room and such. which this may have been the dining room. The more I think about it, with the fireplace and the wallpaper and all that, that was probably the dining room. See, I'm pointing. Okay. That was weird. So I'm going to tell y'all to go back and watch. There was a lot that went by the window out there. You know, this was at like 15:15 in the video. I saw a lot. I don't know if it's one of our lights reflecting or if it's something outside. Somebody go back and look at that for me. It's right when I first started pointing at the doll. A light went by the window, and I don't know if it was one of the guys that was with me's reflection or if something was outside. There's no roads on that side of the house. There's no highways anywhere near. This is way up on a hill to itself, so there would have been no cars. There's not even a place for a car to be over there. It's all overgrown. So someone let me know what that was, if that was something outside or if that was just a reflection. Very well could have been a reflection. I'm kind of, when I think about it more, I think that's what it has to be. But here we go into the basement. There were definitely some creepy vibes down here. Someone had been messing around with the dolls and stuff. Any old 1800s place like this gonna have a creepy basement. I mean, it's just inevitable. You can see where it's a gas boiler now, but it used to be an old coal boiler. And man, early days of heat. It's crazy. There's an old alarm panel, old Crapco. If anybody's in the alarm business, you know what I mean. But there's the doll just laying on top of the door. I don't know why it was there, but it's creepy AF. And then there were Tim and James's at. It was like 100 DirecTV boxes. I don't know what was going on. Somebody worked for DirecTV, or if they were in one of those illegal football cards. If you were around in the 90s, early 2000s, you know what I'm talking about. They call them football cards. Little cards you get to put in your DirecTV box, and you can get unlimited everything for free until they found it and fried the card. But yeah, that's my theory. I don't think you can do that anymore. I don't think that's a thing. I think they eliminated that. I think DirecTV and the satellite people figured a way around those old cards. But James said they're playing with a doll. But really cool place either way. I'll probably never return. I've been there several times. I'm too nervous of falling through the floor at this point. It's a lot of bad flooring in this place, so it's probably somewhere I'm just going to stay away from. No need in going back. I've documented it multiple times. I'm all about trying to get new content. Excuse me, on this channel. Sorry guys, I had a yawn. And I'm doing this one take, so there wasn't no trespassing sign there, but nowhere else do we ever see one actually posted. And this is the moment when we come up, and as I turn the corner, first of all, the trophy was laying over, and it was stand up. Look at that. And we never heard anybody walking. Now, we were being noisy, and it's possible someone could have came in and moved that, or already been in there and decided to try to freak us out. I don't know. But you saw how we went down, and I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't have a clue how it could have got there. And two, the trophy had fallen over. Some people pointed that out in the original video. I never noticed it because I was just like, what? You know, this doll kind of took my mind off everything else. But people brought it up. They're like, hey, the trophy was laying on its side too. Did you all do that? And I don't recall either of us doing that. Now that's a creepy. It looks alive to me. It looks alive. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's really creepy. You can tell there in my face. I'm just like, I don't know about this. I have no idea what's going on. But, I mean, I got a couple more minutes of footage here, but I'll just, I'll go ahead and start saying thank you so much, guys, for watching this. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I love making content, and as you notice, there's been a lot of, for you who are real familiar with this channel and watch hardcore, you've noticed some of my second channel videos have been moving over to this channel. I've been uploading a lot more. The reason I'm doing that is just because I'm trying to focus everything on the one channel right now. Both channels are fun, but it's a lot of stress, and the second channel is real small, so I feel like I'm missing a lot there. And I've been told by a lot of people who've been doing this a long time, people who have two channels, and they say they wish they just kept it all in one. So that's what I'm starting. I'm still going to do stuff on the second channel. I'm going to upload some content there, some little vlog stuff, but it's going to be its own thing. Most everything I do is going to be here on this channel, and that's for me. That's so I can keep my sanity and actually enjoy what I'm doing. And two, I think it's very beneficial to have that variety. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be uploading another one next week. I think I'm going to continue this series of this night and upload the Sensabaugh Tunnel director's cut from this same night. I'll upload that and get it out to you. And I hope y'all have a great week, and peace. I don't know what to say. Bye.